Welcome everybody to the Community First Igloo here at Jacksonville, Florida, where the Stingrays from Volusia County are taking on the First Coast Fleet in this high school hockey game. We're going to go down the list of the roster for today. Number 2, Griffin Chisholm. Number 4, Jacob Douglas. Number 16, Elias Johansson. Number 22, Jaden Ditsunen. Number 25, Lucas Wilkerson. Number 29, Jackson Smith. Number 34, Frank Noble. Number 36, Eric Johannesson. Number 37, Enzo McGovern. Number 39, Cole Halbrook. Number 59, Noah Phillips. Playing up from our varsity B team today, it looks like it is going to be number 24, Poole. Number 9, Colton Chisholm, and number 70, Wilkerson. All right, let's get this game started. Again, I'm going to do the very best I can. We're figuring things out. Looks like we're going to start off with the line of the Chisholm brothers back on defense. Douglas up top, Smith down below, and taking the face-off, it is, oh, crap. Number 27, I'm trying to figure out who this is. I apologize because I know it was a player that forgot his jersey. And I don't know who it is. So I'm going to see if I can't figure it out. Okay, so we got confirmation that is going to be Johannesson. All right, they had to change the number on both the score sheets. And now we can get going. That's Elias Johansson at center. Up top, it is going to be Douglas with Smith down below. And again, the Chisholm brothers in on defense. Fleet with the face-off win. Moving it quickly through center ice and down into the Stingray zone. Quick shot on goal and a save by goaltender number 1, Caden Hood. Secondary goaltender today is number 26, Cole Petrosky. Cole had the game last night, so Hood is in net for this one. Fleet with the puck up along the boards here. Looking to move it up in front of the net. It's picked up by Smith. Smith making his way through, gets tripped up. Chisholm going to grab for it, and it's going to be Johansson racing to get to it. Hood fields that puck over to the side as Douglas tries to turn that puck around. Scrum for the puck up against the boards. It guns all the way out to center ice, picked up by Smith. Smith moving that puck along into center ice as it's picked off by the Fleet. Fleet with it in their own zone. Smith to challenge on that, chasing them around the backside of their own goaltender. Smith putting him up against the board. Smith gets elbow, that looked like a WWE move there as Douglas with it. Smith trying to grab his stick. Shot on goal and a save by Fleet goaltender. Have a penalty coming up here against offsetting penalties now against Smith and number 74 from the Fleet. Roughing and an elbowing, so offsetting penalties here as we come back here to center ice. Ditsunen going to take the face off. Wilkerson to the right. It is going to be Johansson and Noble in on defense. Noble pushing that puck around to the other Wilkerson brother. As they pass it through center ice, it comes back down deep into the Stingray zone by the Fleet. Fleet look to get a shot off. It's wide angle going over the head of Hood. Comes over to the near side corner. Fleet picking it up. Fleet with it. Grabbed by Ditsunen. Ditsunen skating around the backside of the net, passing it up the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson not able to hold on to it. Shot on goal, deflected, save by Hood. Puck coming around the side here. They're dancing through traffic. It's going to be Stingrays with it. Noble going back and forth around the backside of Hood. Hood. Oh my gosh. Bad pass in front of the net, but it is going to be a delayed penalty for a high stick on the Fleet here with 12:08 left to go here in this first period. Faceoff is coming all the way down deep into the Fleet zone to stick side of their goaltender. McGovern taking the faceoff. Phillips to the right. Douglas to the left. Chisholm and Johansson in on defense. Stingrays on a power play. As we get going, it is going to be Phillips trying to get that puck towards the net and a save by Fleet goaltender. Face off again to the stick side of Fleet goaltender. Power play for the Stingrays. McGovern again trying to get that face off when it comes back to Johansson as cross ice pass to Chisholm here in the corner. Chisholm looking to set it up to Phillips. It goes over to the side to Douglas. Douglas passes it up to the blue line to Johansson again. Johansson to McGovern. McGovern back over to Chisholm. Chisholm taps it off the boards over to Johansson. Johansson spinning it around, tapping it back to Chisholm to the top of the circle. Fires it towards the net. It is deflected in traffic. Johansson again. Cross ice pass. Strong one to McGovern. McGovern turning it around in front of the blue line. Passing it over to Douglas. 48 seconds left to go. Johansson picks it up at the blue line. Fires just high over the head of the goaltender. Chisholm with a quick rebounded shot. It is, again, bad angle on that one. Johansson trying to get that puck in closer towards the net. The Fleet pick it off with 33 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. Douglas trying to push that puck up and out of there. Johansson picks it up around the backside of Hood, bringing it around to the bottom side of the ice, skating it through traffic and into the Fleet zone. He's going to settle it down at the blue line, passing it over to McGovern. McGovern fires, save by Fleet goaltender with 10:50 left to go in the first period. 12 seconds left to go in the power play. Offsetting penalties on Smith and Canada. They head back to their respective benches. Canada actually coming out on the ice. Smith heading to the bench. 12 seconds left to go in the penalty for the Fleet. McGovern in again on the face-off. Phillips up top. Puck comes back to the side here. Over to Noble. Noble fires through traffic. It's wide. Picked up at the top by Noble again. I'm sorry, that was Johansson. Puck gets cleared all the way down deep into the Stingray zone with a quick pickup off of that, off of the end of the power play by the Fleet player. It's grabbed by McGovern around the backside of Hood. McGovern playing it up against the boards, getting it over to Phillips. Phillips passing it along the boards again. It is cycled around the backside of Hood over to McGovern. McGovern getting pinned up against the boards. From the blue line, the Fleet send it back deep into the Stingray zone. A shot is deflected, and a rebounded shot is another save by Hood with 10:03 left to go in the first period. Fleet with the possession in at center ice. Change on the line for the Stingrays as Ditsunin comes on. Phillips shovels that puck back to center ice as the Fleet look to set it up for another drive into the Stingray zone. It's going to be icing on the Fleet with 9:43 left to go in this first period. We're going to go all the way back. Face-off is going to be coming to the glove side of Fleet goaltender. Ditsunin taking the face-off. Wilkerson to the right, Wilkerson to the left, and it is Ditsunin with Wilkerson and Chisholm. Here we go, Chisholm from the middle, or from the bottom of the blue line. Great shot. Stingrays with the opportunity on a rebound. Chisholm's going to pick it up at center ice. Passing it across the way, back over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson lobbing it up high, deep into the Fleet zone. Chisholm picks it up at the top of the boards, sending it around to the backside of the net, picked up by the Fleet, but not without some good pressure on the back end by Wilkerson. Fleet again moving their way fast and furious into the Stingray zone. Chisholm breaking up that drive, pushing them over to the corner as the puck comes up to the blue line by the Fleet. Fleet looks to shoot, deflected to the side by Hood, picked up by Wilkerson at the top of the ice. Brother steps up to give him a hand, trying to get it cleared up to the blue line. It is now taken out of the blue line and into the Fleet zone. That's going to be older brother Lucas sending it into that corner, chasing it down. But the Fleet quick to take possession again, dumping it in deep into the Stingrays territory. Noble grabbing it on the back end, playing it up against the boards, gets it out to center ice as Douglas swoops in to try and pick it off. Fleet again quick moving it into the Stingray zone. Poole on the ice now on defense as it is going to be Johansson picking it up. Johansson again with the puck, looking to set it up. Has it around the backside of Hood. Making his way through traffic and now through center ice. Tapping it up the way to Douglas. Douglas trying to get to it, but it's grabbed by the Fleet. Fleet with it. Change of line for the Stingrays. Smith, shot, or great to swipe away on that puck. Fleet get a shot off, and it is high over the head of Hood. Batted down puck at the blue line is kept in by the Fleet, but Smith able to move that puck out of there. Shot on goal, save out of midair, wraparound shot by Douglas, not able to get in as it is a collision there just to the left circle, on the right circle there by Smith on that one. Coming around the near side again, it is going to be Johansson with that puck, shoveling it backwards towards the net, gets deflected in traffic. Johansson staying with that puck, tapping it back along the way over to Smith. Smith to Douglas again, not able to make that connection as the Fleet trying desperately to move it away from there. Here comes Chisholm, score off of the post. Damn. Man, oh man, you heard that one all the way up here. They're going to try and split the difference between both Chisholm brothers down here on the Stingray zone as the Fleet have it. Fleet with it, setting it up in front of Hood. Shot score. 6:43 left to go here in this first period, and the Fleet take a 1-0 lead over the Stingrays. Coming back out to center ice, McGovern's going to be taking the face-off. Phillips to the right. Ditsunin's going to take the face-off. McGovern's going to be on the left-hand side at the top of the ice. Phillips to the right here at the bottom. On the back end on defense, we're going to have Johansson and I'm not sure who that is at the top. Oh, Johannesson and Noble on the back end on defense. That's going to be an offsides on the Fleet here with 6:38 left to go here in this first period. Face-off coming to the bottom of the blue line, just outside of Stingrays territory. No change in the line for the Stingrays. Phillips lobbing that puck in deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet going to get after it, but Phillips able to get to it first. Phillips reaching out, tapping it up to the blue line. From the blue line back to Phillips. It gets bounced all the way around the backside of the net. Phillips with it gets pinned. Fleet trying to move it out of there. Ditsunen trying to save it. He does. Shot. Oh, just high over the head. Puck is loose around the backside of the goaltender. Hell of a save by that goaltender to swipe it out of the way. With 6:04 left to go in the first period, puck comes up to Noble at the top of the blue line. Grabbed by Ditsunen. Ditsunen looking to turn it around. Gets it over to the side of McGovern. McGovern trying to set it up. Comes over to the side of Johansson. Shot on goal. Save by Fleet goaltender with 5:51 left to go in the first period. Fresh legs on the ice for the Stingrays. It is the Wilkerson brothers. Wilkerson brothers out on the ice flanking Johansson with Poole and Chisholm in on defense. Fleet at the top of the ice trying to get to it. They have it deep. Fleet have it in their own zone, moving it along the bottom of the boards. Chisholm steps up to try and stop it, but the Fleet take it away. Poole steps up to try and defend as they swing it around. Shot on goal. Save by Hood. 5:28 left to go in this first period. No change in the line for the Stingrays as Chisholm's going to grab it. Swinging it around the backside of Hood. Puck comes up to the top. Wilkerson trying to get after it. Poole going for it, passing it back to Wilkerson. Puck comes loose in front of the net. Shot saved by Hood with 5:15 left to go in the first period. No change again for the Stingrays. As Johansson gets that puck back to Poole. Poole sending it around the corner to Chisholm. Chisholm looking to get it moved up, trying to get it out to Wilkerson. Gets it back over to Johansson. Johansson not able to hold on to that puck as he tried to fling it back behind him. Puck comes up to the blue line in the Fleet's favor. Fleet passing it fast and furious. And with a missed opportunity on that, it's going to come all the way down deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet chasing after it. Wilkerson in pursuit. Wilkerson swoops in to try and grab that. Smith with the opportunity. Smith loses an edge, ended up taking a header into the boards. But Ditsunen now with the opportunity takes a shot, deflected. Smith and Douglas out there at the blue line. Great job by Noble keeping it in. Smith going for it in that corner. Comes around to the near side corner here in Fleet zone. Fleet with it. Looking to move it out of the way. Douglas reached out to try and stop it. Noble again on that blue line, defending it strong. 4 minutes left to go in this period. Fleet making another drive through center ice, trying to get past Chisholm. Chisholm deflecting it with the skate, but the Fleet get their own rebound at the blue line. Chisholm gets it in the corner. Tapping it up to the blue line again. Fleet keeping it into the Stingray zone. Shot deflected off of the skate of Noble. Another shot and a great save by Hood with 3:41 left to go here in this first period. Fresh legs on the ice for the Stingrays as McGovern's coming out on the ice. Johansson's coming out. Phillips and Noble and Chisholm out there as well. Johansson takes the face off, gets it back over to Chisholm. Chisholm moves it up the ice and into center, making his way coast to coast as he gets it in deep into the Fleet zone. He's got two players on his back with that. Passes it back to Johansson. Shot deflected in traffic. He gets the rebound, turning it around again. passes it across to the top of the ice up to Chisholm. Chisholm fires, save by Fleet goaltender with 3:18 left to go here in this first period. Johansson again taking the face off. Noble and Chisholm in on defense. This is going to be Griffin Chisholm. Chisholm fires from the top of the circle and another save by Fleet goaltender. Johansson gets that face off win again. Gets the rebound off of it as well. Douglas up the way to Chisholm. Chisholm tries to get it to Noble, and the Fleet move it out to center ice. Chisholm reaching out to turn that puck around, meaning the Fleet have got to regroup in their own zone. Fleet moving it through center again. It's picked up by Johansson. Johansson takes it around the backside of the net. Up to the boards, over to Noble. Noble gets laid out. No penalty coming up on that as the Fleet have that puck in their own zone. They quickly move it in deep into the Stingray zone. Tapped over to the side by Hood, over to Johansson. Johansson sends it up the boards over to Chisholm. Chisholm tapping it towards center ice, trying to get it up to Phillips. Phillips chasing it down, getting his stick in there. Johansson flinging that puck back at center ice. Trying to get a line change out there by the Stingrays. Chisholm grabs it around the backside of the net. Oh, not able to get enough power on that stick. Shot on goal. Great defensive play to make up for that one as the Stingrays take it back in deep into the Fleet zone. The official legit gave them a timeout countdown. If they didn't stop running their mouths, he was counting down from 3, and then he was going to throw both of them out. Well, that's fun. So that is going to be Johansson taking a step back as we got offsetting penalties. Ditsunen taking the face off. It's going to be the Wilkerson brothers on the back end. Chisholm with it, takes the shot. Deflected, bouncing puck just to the side of the goaltender. Fleet trying to get to it in the corner. Ditsunen scrumming for it. Picked up by Wilkerson. Wilkerson tried to get a shot off. Got deflected by the side of the post of the net. Again, they are scrumming for that around the back end side. Lucas Wilkerson takes a shot. Deflected as the Fleet trying to get to it. Colton Chisholm gets to it first, sending it back into the corner over to brother Lucas. Lucas dumps it in to the top of the boards. Lucas tries to get it up the way over to Wilkerson. Shot deflected. Again, Lucas Wilkerson sending it around the corner here to Ditsunen. Ditsunen going after it. Ditsunen taking a hit up against the board, trying to get it back over to Wilkerson. Chisholm and Noble in on defense. Over on the near side, it is Noble scrumming for that puck up against the boards with Ditsunen. Wilkerson chasing it down at the top of the ice. Wilkerson gets tripped up, and he is down. Hood came down. Hood came out of the net. Chisholm is going to the net, or going to the box. We got words. Not sure what happened on that one, but it is going to be number 70 for the Stingrays down right now. That's going to be Theo Wilkerson, his brother, number 25. His brother, number 25, Lucas, standing right there next to him. Noble to the side as well. He is slow getting up, but is skating off with the help from his brother and Frank Noble. Coach not happy about that. They're pleading their case there. And we got chirping going on in the penalty box too. We got chirping in the box. Let's see what's going to happen here now. Faceoff is going to be coming here to the bottom of the blue line with 44 seconds left to go in this period. McGovern's taking the faceoff. Good call by the scorekeeper, shutting the doors of the penalty box. As Smith is to the right, Douglas is to the left. It's going to be Noble and Chisholm in on defense. As that puck comes loose, Chisholm's going to grab to it first, passing it up the way to Smith. Smith making his way into Fleet zone, takes a shot deflected wide, and the Fleet goaltender covers with 31.4 seconds left to go in this first period. Faceoff coming to the Fleet's, to goaltender's glove side. No change in the line for the Stingrays. McGovern gets that face-off, tries to get it back to Noble. Noble tried to settle it down. Chisholm knocks it back in, but it deflects off of the body of Noble. Noble looking to see what he can do with it. 20 seconds. Smith with a great cross-ice pass, strong through center ice over to Douglas. Douglas kicking that puck all the way to the top corner of the ice, making his way around the backside of the net. Fleet with the puck, passing it up to the blue line, reached out. That was a great save at the blue line by Noble, but just a little too far out of reach. Douglas though was able to get that rebound and put it back into play. That is the end of the first period, as we've got a little bit of chirping, a little bit of penalties, a little bit of everything happening here today in this Varsity A game. Oh. And Coach I believe they just called a penalty on Coach for this one here. So just under 2 minutes left to go here. Thanks for joining us here on the KPHN for your Varsity A Stingrays versus First Coast Fleet A team. This is turning out to be quite the interesting game here, as we only have one coach on the bench for the Stingrays. So not quite sure what will happen in the event that the officials, who already do not care for the Stingrays, see what happens. What's that? Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think they need to put Dan Petrosky on the roster just in case on that one, because if they decide to tell Coach to leave. Okay, they're making changes here on the line, trying to figure out what was going on here. It's going to be 5-on-5. No, it's going to be a penalty kill for the Stingrays. No clue what's happening, but we're starting the second period, as it is, it is going to be Johansson taking that puck around to the backside of the net and moving it deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet are going to get to it around the backside of the net and make a drive towards center ice on this penalty kill for the Stingrays. They split the difference between all of the Stingrays. They're going to look for... The official is just telling them to skate as opposed to calling something, as they barreled into our goaltender. That's number 1, Caden Hood, out there on the ice. Shot deflected wide, picked up on the corner by Johansson. Johansson looking to get after it. 45 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Stingrays, as Ditsunen steps up trying to get that puck as well. Fleet taking their shot again, deflects up high and out of play with 13:01 left to go here in this second period. The offsetting penalties between number 2 and number 3 are now done. Chisholm giving him the get out of here wave because we don't need that kind of negativity out there on the ice right now. Poole serving the penalty for coach. That's taking one for the team right there. All right, face off coming to the stick side of goaltender. They swinging it around here to the corner to Smith. Smith looking to try and get that puck, but it's picked off by the Fleet. Fleet not able to get a shot off as it gets deflected in traffic. Puck comes out to the center ice by Johansson. Johansson lobbing it deep into the Fleet zone, picking up with 15 seconds left to go in the penalty served by Poole. Collision mid-ice picked up by McGovern. McGovern not able to hold on to that puck as we got 4 seconds left to go. The Fleet have it in their zone, and that is going to be it for that penalty. Poole getting out on the ice, racing over towards the bench, allowing Douglas to come out and give him a hand. Noble and Johansson out on the ice with Smith, McGovern, and Douglas. Douglas with the puck, passing it across center ice over to Smith. Smith holding on to that puck as he skates into the Fleet zone, centering it up to Douglas. Doesn't make it through traffic. Johansson playing it up against the near side boards, getting that rebound, gets pummeled up against the boards twice with a looked like a punch to the head. As the puck comes up to the blue line, Fleet quick passing through center, getting it back into the Stingray zone. Smith grabbing that puck and taking it away. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here as it goes through. Shot just wide. He looks to get his own rebound as he takes it around again, passing it up to Chisholm. Chisholm fires one off, and I think that one put a dent in the board on that side. Pass it to the top of the ice to Chisholm again. He sends it towards the center, and it's lobbed long and deep into the Fleet zone. It's going to be picked up by the Fleet in Stingrays territory. Fleet centering it up in front of Hood, picked off by Chisholm. That's going to be Griffin Chisholm skating it down through center ice, gets it past Douglas. Douglas just went offsides on that one with 11:07 left to go in the second period. Yeah, I know. I wish I could see unfortunately, his skate was right on that blue line, right where you can't see it because the boards are there. If I had one of those swinging cameras, that might work out much better. Dixon and taking the face-off, flanked by the Wilkerson brothers, and got the Chisholm brothers on the back end on defense as Chisholm dumps it in deep into the Fleet zone. Dixon and going hard after that puck up against the boards. Wilkerson going for it. Nice to see number 70, Theo Wilkerson, back out on the ice. He got his clock cleaned, his bell rung, whatever you want to call it, with a hard trip right at the blue line last period. But good to see that he's back out on the ice. Wilkerson trying to cut him off as the Fleet missed that pass. It's picked up by Griffin Chisholm. He flings it up, and there's a lucky fan as it goes into the stands. Maybe we should grab it and see if Griffin can sign it for us. 10:33 left to go in this second period. Here we go. Face-off coming to the stick side of Hood. Shot. A swing-around shot by the Fleet, and it's wide. Puck comes all the way down deep into the Fleet zone. It's going to be icing on the Stingrays, so we're going to go all the way back with 10:22 left to go in this period. Face-off is going to be coming to the glove side of Hood. Noble and Johansson in on the back end. Johansson, Phillips, and McGovern in on the line. Phillips going after that puck, moving it back in, getting that stick smacked quite a few times as the puck goes deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet pick it up around the backside of their net and look to try and move it out of there. It gets caught with a scrum there at the blue line. McGovern turning it around, takes a shot, gets deflected before it even has a chance to get to the crease. Picked up by the Fleet, turned back around by Johansson as the Fleet grab it around the backside of their own goaltender and look to skate it out past the blue line. It bounces up against the boards and now into the Fleet zone. Johansson getting in there, getting that puck up and out over to McGovern. McGovern able to lob it in deep into center ice as it rolls into the Fleet zone. The Fleet pick it up in order to make that happen. Here we go. They send it back into the Stingray zone with 9:20 left to go in this period. McGovern not able to move it out as it got tapped back in right at the blue line. It's 3 Stingrays with 1 Fleet player there pinned in the corner. Puck gets sent all the way down deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet skate it in front of their own goaltender. Cross ice pass up to center, puts the Fleet right back into the Stingray zone. It's stripped away by Noble. Noble tapping it up the way to McGovern at center. McGovern trying to work his way around it, but the Fleet send it back in to Stingray zone. Johansson playing it up against the boards over to Ditsunen. Ditsunen dumping it in deep into the Fleet zone. It got tipped, so no icing. Fleet again looking to make another drive into the Stingray zone as they do back into the Stingrays territory. They're looking to try and get around 4 of them. Chisholm trying to hatchet that one down as Ditsunen chases after it. It's going to be Douglas grabbing it first, skating it across the red line at center, making his way through traffic, passing it up to Ditsunen. Ditsunen fires and a great save, deflects up and into the air and picked up by the Fleet again at center ice. Fleet with it, shot, deflected and off the glass behind. Hood picked up along the corner by Smith. Smith now making his way into Fleet zone. Smith fires one off, takes a shot. It's deflected. Hood tried to get, Smith tried to get that rebound, but the Fleet come up with it at center ice and now back into the Stingray zone. Chisholm, great job moving it up the ice to his brother, who taps it up to Douglas. Douglas fires through the legs of the Fleet player, but it gets deflected in traffic. Puck again, all the way down deep, picking it off the way. Bad pass, which means a lucky break for Hood as he was ready to challenge on that breakaway. Here we go. It is going to be Wilkerson making his way through, taking a shot, deflected over to the side by the goaltender, picked up by Ditsunen in the corner. Ditsunen shoots and a save by Fleet goaltender with 7:13 left to go in this second period. Woo. Wilkerson brothers back out on the line now. Nope. What are they doing? Not sure what's happening here, but they are putting Jackson Smith. Jackson or nope. They are sending Jackson Smith off the ice. Does not look like he has his net guard. That is stupid. All right. Johansson taking the face-off with the Wilkerson brothers on either side. Noble and Poole in on defense. Noble sending it towards the net and a save by Fleet goaltender. Johansson again on the face-off. Passing it up the way Noble tries to tap it in, but it gets an opportunity being taken away by the Fleet as they drive it into the Stingray zone. Johansson picking it up, skating it through Stingray's territory, taking it around the backside of Hood. Looking to make a drive, seeing what path he's got. Passes it up against the boards, trying to get it up to Wilkerson. We're going to have offsides by the Wilkerson brothers with 6:47 left to go in this second period. I can't see the clock. It's like where I'm standing, I can only see that one there. So I got to look around the corner here to see the clock that's right behind me. Smith back in as he's got all of his equipment on. Hansen again on the faceoff. Noble, Poole in on defense. Wilkerson brothers have it. Poole with it, playing it up the boards, deflecting it into the Fleet zone. Wilkerson going after it around the backside of the net. It comes over to the near side. Johansson has it. Cycling it around the backside of Fleet goaltender again. Fleet trying to pick it up, but Johansson grabs it. Passing it up the boards, looking to get pinned, which is exactly what happened. He kicks it over to Johansson. Wilkerson has it again, pinned up against that corner. Fleet have it along the side. Noble to get it along the boards here on the near end, shoveling it back into the corner. Johansson's going to get to it around the backside of the ice. Puck loose again. Fleet have it. Fleet looking to make their way past Poole. Poole looking to get him across the way, pushing him out to the side. Shot save by Hood. 5:59 left to go here in this second period. Face off coming to the glove side of Hood. Puck comes up to the blue line. It gets deflected off of the back of Ditsunen as Phillips makes his way into the Fleet zone, dumping it into the corner. Phillips is getting all kinds of beat up around on that drive. Apparently not. Chisholm taking a stand-up hit right there at center ice as the Fleet make their way back into Stingray zone. Ditsunen using everything he's got to get that puck away as the Stingrays clear it back to center ice. Fleet, though, making another drive, fast and furious. Chisholm pushes him out to the side. Brother giving him a hand on this. On the other side, McGovern putting him up against the boards here in the corner as the puck goes to the top of the ice. Chisholm looking to get to it. Looking to get it up the way to Phillips. Phillips swinging that puck around, but it's picked off by the Fleet. Fleet looking to try and move it in closer towards the net. Chisholm chasing him down as the puck comes to the top of the circle. Shot save out of midair by Hood with 4:50 left to go in this period. Face-off is going to be coming over here to the glove side of Hood with Noble and Johansson and Smith and Douglas on the line. Oh, Fleet missed on that pass. Gave the opportunity there on that one. That puck got deflected up and hit the top of that glass there. Fleet again from the blue line, cycling that puck around in front of Hood. They look to wrap it around, but it's picked up on the back end by Noble. Noble with it, skating it around the backside of Hood, playing it up against the boards to Douglas. Douglas trying to settle that bouncing puck down as that one rolled dangerously close to Hood. Hood knocked it over to the corner where Smith taps it up the way over to Johansson. Johansson now skating it into the Fleet zone. Got that puck poked out from away from him, but he's able to regain possession of it. In the corner, Douglas there to give him a hand. Douglas reaching out to try and stop it. Puck's going to come all the way down deep into the Stingray zone as Hood with a missed pass gives the Fleet an opportunity to take a shot. They do, and Hood denies it, but the Stingrays are stuck now literally in their own zone, and now it's cleared by Douglas. Fleet take possession at center ice. With some quick passing, it deflects off the boards and picked up by Johansson. Johansson now skating through traffic, looking to get everyone settled down and in position. Looking for a lane. He sends it up the boards, getting it over to center and taps into the Fleet zone over to Douglas. Douglas taps it over to Smith. Smith tried to make that connection happen, and it did not happen. Oh, such a hard one. Noble swooping in to get that puck as it rolls down deep into the Stingray zone. Puck deflects all the way up to the red line. Gets stuck on Chisholm, but Chisholm able to pass it across the way over to Douglas. Shot! Score! Number 2, Griffin Chisholm ties this game up with 2 minutes, 55 seconds left to go in this second period. As number 2, Griffin Chisholm.
Good shot.
He's pretty happy about that one.
Get another one.
All right, Ditsunen going to take the face off. He's got the Wilkerson brothers flanking. Chisholm's going to be on the right. Oh, No, goaltender was looking for another stick. They thought he wanted another stick. He doesn't need another stick. So we need one more player in on defense as Caden comes out on the line. So the Chisholm brothers, Wilkerson brothers, and Ditsunen on the line. Here we go. Ditsunen pushing his way through on that faceoff, staying tight with them, chasing that puck down. Wilkerson with it, swinging it around. It gets picked up by the Fleet in front of their own net. Fleet looking to turn it around. It's picked up by Wilkerson, who's peppering the net. Shot by Ditsunen. Ditsunen shoots, and it deflects high in the air. Ditsunen gets blasted up against the boards as it comes up to the top corner. Wilkerson again with it. Ditsunen looking to chase it down. Wilkerson spinning it back again to Ditsunen. Fleet come up with the puck. And now through center ice, looking to get around Chisholm. Chisholm getting a stick in on that one, pushing him out to the corner with 2:15 left to go here in this second period. Wilkerson able to deflect that puck out to center ice, so the Fleet got to get back on sides. That puck literally bouncing, ricocheting off each of their sticks. Backhand pass, shot in front of Hood. And we got a penalty coming up. That's going to be against a high stick coming against, I want to say Ditsunen on that one, as it hits the Fleet player in the head. Oh, no, it's going to be against Griffin. Number 2, Chisholm, it hit him on the head. So, all right. Caden Hood switching out sticks. A minute 51 left. Minor penalty, high stick on number 2, Griffin Chisholm. We've got a minute 57 left to go in this period. A minute 30 on the penalty kill for the Stingrays. It's going to be McGovern, Phillips, Johansson, and Noble out on that line. McGovern going after it as the puck comes up to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Save by Hood. McGovern again on the faceoff, getting it back to Johansson. Johansson trying to get it cleared. It deflects up high and into the air, like rafter high. McGovern holding his own there at center ice as he is getting pushed all over the place, but is able to send that puck in deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet, though, pulling it all the way out. It's going to be no icing as it's picked up. Ooh, my gosh. That was such a lucky fall, as Johansson literally spun and avoided going headfirst into the boards. So a minute 12 left to go in this period. 40 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Stingrays. Shot deflected. I don't even think Caden saw that one in net. Stingrays making that move to clear it out of center ice. Can they get a shorthanded goal? As McGovern sets it up over to Phillips. Phillips not able to hold in onto it, but is able to chase after it in the top of the ice. Fleet with it. Passing it out of their zone through center. It's tapped down by Wilkerson, but the Fleet take it back into Stingrays territory. They shoot, deflected off of the pads of Hood. Hood drops and covers with 31 seconds left to go in the period. 4 seconds left to go in the penalty for Chisholm. Looks like he's going to... Looks like I think the question was, do you want a hockey? I'm not sure. I can't hear that far away. But either way, here we go with Chisholm coming back on the ice. Now as we're back at full strength, the Stingrays hold off a penalty kill. They dump that puck into the Fleet zone. It's Noble turning it around with a great shot, deflected to the side, and the Fleet fling that puck up and out to the public sign. See, that'd be cool if instead of like the little restaurant area they had here, they just had a pub substation. That'd be fantastic. I don't understand why that wasn't a thing. Ditsunen taking the face off. Wilkerson brothers on either side. Chisholm and Noble. Noble again fires from the circle. Deflects up and out of play. Like literally, that one actually went over the netting. That was fantastic. 10 seconds left to go in this period. We're tied at 1 apiece. Ditsunen in again on the faceoff. Ditsunen back to Noble. Noble fires! It deflects along the side. Chisholm swiping it back into the zone. Tapped by the Fleet. Fleet send it towards Hood. And it's going to be icing with 0.4 seconds left to go in. Actually, they're going to add it to 1 second left to go on this period. And it's icing, so we're going to go all the way back. Quick fire, and that is going to be it for this period as we are tied at 1 apiece going into the third. All right, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here live on the KPHN. I'm so glad that this is working out. I want to give some special thanks to some people today. First off, I want to say thank you to the McGovern family who so graciously donated a booster so that I can get a more stable live stream with better clarity sent out to this YouTube page. So thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed to the YouTube page. I really appreciate it. It's been amazing, and I'm really hoping that everybody likes it. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to scorekeeper Pat Poole, who is sitting here next to me. Sitting down the way, keeping score, and also my troubleshooting tech guy when I'm trying to get all this stuff connected. So thanks so much for joining us here. Don't forget, next weekend we'll be back in Daytona as we take on, let's see, the Osceola teams starting at 6 o'clock for your Varsity A. Your Varsity B team will be playing at 4:30. So let's get started here as we are going into a tied game into the third. Johansson gets that puck out. It gets over to Chisholm. Chisholm sending it towards center ice, back over to the near side. Smith standing him up there as the puck deflects out. Smith passing it up the way to Douglas. Douglas gets cut off, and the Fleet make a drive fast and furious into the Stingray zone. Shot deflected by Hood. Fleet, oh my gosh, they had the opportunity with a wide open net to the left-hand side there. But fortunately, it played in our Stingrays' favor. Smith shot! Save! They're looking for a rebound. They're scrumming for it next to the net. Picked up by Johansson. Coming along the edge there, it's Smith again up against the boards. Smith and Douglas. Douglas with it. Passing it across the way to Chisholm. Chisholm trying to swing it around. Gets it to Douglas. Douglas with a wraparound. Not able to happen, but the Stingrays are going on a power play here with 13:05 left to go here in this game. Tripping penalty coming up against the Fleet. Chisholm out there on the defensive line along with Smith, Noble, and Johansson. Smith is going to be taking the face off. Douglas and Johansson on the left and the right. Noble and Chisholm in on, Chisholm and Johansson in on defense. Johansson with it. Fires! Doesn't make it through traffic. Comes over to the near side boards. It's Chisholm with it. Sending it towards the front again. Noble tried to tap it in. It gets deflected by the pad of the goaltender. Johansson tried to get to it, but with an opportunity on a breakaway, they're making their way quickly into the Stingray zone. Chisholm gets in on it. Hood denies them that shot as the Fleet send that puck back up to the blue line. Actually, they skate it back out to center ice. Puck, damn it. Puck bounces out to center. Johansson turning it around into the zone. What's he going to do? Centering it up, taking a shot. It's wide. Douglas to Chisholm. Batted down before he reaches the net. Smith again in the corner, trying to go after it. Fleet cleared all the way down deep into the Stingray zone. Hood picks it up, giving it over to this side to Johansson. Johansson making his way through center ice. 10 seconds left to go in the penalty for the Fleet. Johansson again skating it at the blue line. Fires! Deflects up and out of play with 6 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. 11:41 left to go in this game. Gets in and taking the face off. McGovern to his left, Phillips to his right. Chisholm and Noble in on defense. Gets in and wins that face off. Fleet working to try to get that puck out of there. They do, as we are now back at even strength. Puck comes in deep into the Fleet zone as we are looking at less than 11:30 left to go here in this game, and we're tied at 1. Fleet with that puck. Not able to get it past Noble as Noble sends it all the way back deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet get it around the backside of their own goaltender. It's picked off by McGovern in the corner. McGovern looking to try and hold on to that puck, but the Fleet send it up to the top of the circle. Fleet send it up to the blue line. It's stopped just past the blue line by Noble. Chisholm able to send it back in deep around the backside of Fleet's goaltender. Fleet trying to hold on to that puck in the near side corner. McGovern keeping good pressure on him. Noble not able to stop it there along the side as Chisholm racing in to get to that puck first. Woo! Chisholm stops to check on him to make sure he was okay. Shot on goal, and it was wide. I'm sorry, but that was a classy thing. He stopped. He reached down to make sure he was okay. Play still continued along that time, though, but we've got a stoppage as the puck deflected up and out of play with 10:23 left to go in this game. Hansen taking the face off here now as it pucks up to the circle. Shot wide in traffic. Fleet trying to get that rebound. It's picked up by Johansson along the backside of Hood. Sends it to the top of the boards, up the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to get that puck out of there. Johansson trying to get that puck moved as well as Wilkerson finally able to move it up and through center ice. Wilkerson across the line. That's Theo Wilkerson dropping it back towards Johansson. Wilkerson taking a hit up against the boards here, and the Fleet come up with the puck. Fleet moving that puck up and out as it comes back deep into the Stingray zone just to the side of Hood. It hits the post, the side post, as the Fleet shovel it back in towards the top of the ice in Stingray's territory. Wilkerson now able to move that puck out of there. He gets tripped up. Brother Wilkerson throws it all the way down deep. Ooh, bouncing puck in front of the goaltender with 9:20 left to go in this game. Quick pass through center ice. It's deflected by Ditsunin. Ditsunin holding him steady there at the blue line outside of Fleet zone. Smith steps up to try and give him a hand as well. Chisholm gets laid out with a hit to the face. Smith retaliating. Smith is going to the box for retaliation. Ditsunin is being moved to the bench. Chirping in the box. Scorekeeper shutting the doors again. I said it before, I'll say it again. Jacksonville is just Jacksonville is definitely something else. Official is discussing what the call is going to be between, it looks like, the two captains there, but the one from Jacksonville looks to be pretty pissed off about the decision. Oh, nope, they're copacetic with it. Not sure what's going to happen here, but let's figure it out. Because we got a tight game, and by tight, I mean it's a tied game with 9:03 left to go here in this game. Face-off is coming back to center. Number 2, Griffin Chisholm took a elbow to the face, it looked like, and spun it around and went down. He was able to skate off under his own power, which was good. But the ensuing brawl, pushy, shovey, came when the players were defending him. There we go. Ditsunen on the face-off with McGovern to the side. Ditsunen sending that puck along the boards and deep into the Fleet zone. Douglas at the top of the ice. Chisholm and Noble in on defense. Puck comes around to the near side corner. Fleet with it, looking to pass it out of the zone, looking to get past McGovern at center ice. Fleet get through center ice. Chisholm's going to step up to try and stop them. They come around to this side of Hood. Stingrays able to move that puck all the way down deep into Fleet zone, but it's going to be icing with 8:33 left to go in this game. We're going to go all the way back. Ashley, at least he didn't get a timeout countdown like the last time. Yeah, we'll go for that one. He didn't give him a timeout countdown. All right, face-off coming to Hood's glove side. Ditsunen in again on that face-off. Chisholm back out on the ice with Douglas and his brother as well. Chisholm gets it along the corner, sending it around the boards, trying to get it up the way over to McGovern. McGovern trying to hold on to that puck. And he does. He leads it out to center ice. Fleet are going to pick it up first in their own zone. Fleet flinging that puck backwards, passing it back to the blue line. Douglas staying with him on it as the puck deflects into center ice. Fleet looking to move it quickly back into the Stingray zone. Chisholm looking to get to it along the backside of Hood, but it's going to be icing on the Fleet with 8:02 left to go in this game. We're going to go all the way back. Face-off is coming to the stick side of Fleet goaltender. Johansson taking the face-off. Phillips to the right. Johannesson to the left. Chisholm brothers in on... It is Wilkerson up top. Shot! Deflected in traffic. Picked up by the Fleet on the rebound. And now turned around by Chisholm at center ice. Fleet pick it up and back into the Stingray zone. Stingrays pushing them up to the top of the ice, centering it in front of, or getting it from a side shot on Hood and a save with 7:38 left to go in this game. Face-off coming to the stick side of Hood. Johansson taking the face-off again. Noble out on the ice on defense. Wilkerson trying to get it through, gets it through to Phillips. Phillips making his way through, takes a shot just wide. Puck comes up to the top of the net. Johansson tries to get to it first. Reaching out by Wilkerson. Tripping coming up here now on Jacksonville. So we've got these two coming out of the box. Let's see if they can keep their mouths shut with each other. They do, and Stingrays are going on a power play here with 7:23. It was a hooking penalty called on number 91, so Stingrays on a power play. Let's see if they can make something happen here now with that man advantage. Phillips is coming off the ice. Ditsunen making his way onto center. Douglas up top, Noble to the left, Chisholm and Johansson in on the back end. Here we go. The Fleet do not have enough people out on the ice. They do now. Here we go. 7:23 left to go in the game. 1:30 on the power play for the Stingrays. Shot by Douglas, deflected to the near side, picked up by Noble. Noble sends it to the blue line to Chisholm. Chisholm looking to see where he can send it. Passes it up to the top of the circle to Douglas. Douglas centers it up over to Noble, and it's just wide. Chisholm tops it again at the blue line, passing it up to the top of the ice to Johansson. Johansson sending it up the boards over to Douglas. Douglas pinned up there against the boards. Douglas back to Johansson. Shot through traffic, gets deflected, picked up by Noble. Noble back to Johansson. Johansson over to this side here to Chisholm. Chisholm playing it along the boards. It goes around the back side of the net over to Douglas. Douglas back up to the blue line to Johansson. Johansson back to Chisholm. Chisholm fires, deflects up high and into the air, batted down by Douglas. Douglas gets sandwiched there at center, and the Fleet taken away down deep into the Stingray zone. Picked off by Jitsunen. Jitsunen coming around, swinging that puck back around to the backside of the net to the top of the ice to Johansson. Johansson spins it around in the Stingray zone. 20 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. Puck gets deflected deep into the Fleet's territory, picked up by Noble in the corner. Noble trying to hold on to that puck. It gets taken away by the Fleet. Jitsunen now steps up to give him a hand. Noble's got that puck pinned, but he's got that puck also. He's got that the stick lost as well. We're back at full strength. Chisholm takes a fall in front of the bench, or in front of the box, as the player was coming off of the bench. Johansson back into the zone, into the Fleet's territory, takes a shot just wide. Puck comes all the way up to the top of the blue line. It's going to pop out. Noble's going to grab it, sending it down the way here to Chisholm. Chisholm dumps it in deep into the Fleet zone with 5:28 left to go in this game. Fleet have it around the backside of their own goaltender. They're making a move through center ice, taking it past the red line and now into the Stingray zone. They're looking to get past 3 Stingrays on that one as Johansson gets it around the backside of Hood. He deflects it off of the back post of the net, getting it up the boards to McGovern. McGovern shovels it across the way, trying to get it to someone at the top of the ice. I don't think he didn't realize where Smith was at the time. Puck gets deflected here to the near side boards where the Fleet now move it through center ice. It deflects into the Stingray zone. Stingrays send it to center again. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this game. We are still tied at 1 apiece here in Jacksonville. Smith sending it back along the corner over to McGovern. McGovern trying to get his stick in there as they are scrumming for it up against the board. Smith and Phillips both in there trying to give him a hand. Chisholm and Noble back on the back end on defense as they got that puck pinned up there. Finally, the Fleet cleared that puck, and it stopped at the blue line by Chisholm. Chisholm sending it back in, but it was picked up by the Fleet. Fleet moving it back into the Stingray zone. They get it from the near side here, looking at his arrow angle. They take a shot. It's wide of Hood. Puck clears out to center ice. Fleet with it. Phillips putting the pressure on there in the neutral zone, but it's grabbed here and sent in deep back into the Stingray zone by Noble. Fleet clear it again back to center ice, Stingrays cleared it to center ice, but the Fleet send it right back into the Stingray zone. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this game. Stingrays cleared it, but again, back to center ice. Oh, collision right there at the blue line by McGovern and number 47. Shot picked up out of midair by Hood with 3:27 left to go in this game. Poole and Chisholm in on the line on defense. Let's see here. Jitsunen and Wilkerson brothers out on the line. Puck comes up. It's going to be Wilkerson grabbing it. Theo. Theo passes it forward over to his brother. It deflects off the skates and picked off by the Fleet. Fleet looking to get past Poole and Chisholm. They pass it across the way. It gets moved over in front of Hood. Hood saves! Great save by Hood with 3:07 left to go in this game. Faceoff is going to be coming to the glove side of Hood. All right, on the face-off, Fleet mishandled that face-off, and so it's going to give Wilkerson the opportunity to grab it deep in the Fleet zone. Shot deflected wide as Poole stops it at the blue line, sending it back into the corner over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson to get it over to Ditsunen. Ditsunen on the near side corner gets pinned as Wilkerson sends it back in again behind the backside of Fleet goaltender. Fleet with the puck, trying to move it out of their zone. They pass it across the way. It's turned around by Ditsunen. Ditsunen getting tripped up, but offsides on the Fleet. There's some chirping going on out there by a little bit of everyone, and I'm not exactly sure what I just heard, but it was really weird. All right, 2:34 left to go in this game. We're tied still at 1 apiece here in Jacksonville, where your Volusia County Stingrays A-team are taking on the First Coast Fleet A-team. McGovern's going to be taking the face-off. Smith up top, Douglas to the bottom, Chisholm and Johansson in on defense. Fleet with the puck. It's center ice. Smith trying to push that puck through. It comes over to the near side. Quick pass from Johansson to Chisholm. Chisholm able to tap it to Douglas. Douglas trying to keep it in the Fleet zone. He does. Puck gets deflected back out to center ice where Chisholm has it. Chisholm passes it up to Johansson. Johansson passes it up to McGovern. McGovern not able to hold on to it just past the blue line, but the Stingrays get possession back in at center. Fleet sending it all the way deep again into the Stingray zone for icing with 2:02 left to go in this game. We're going to go all the way back. McGovern in again at center. Douglas and Smith, Chisholm and Johansson. Chisholm fires through traffic. Smith not able to get his stick down in time to get a redirect off of the rebound, but it's going to be the Fleet making their way through. Johansson kicks that puck up to the top of the ice as the Stingrays clear it all the way down deep into the Fleet zone for icing with 1:43 left to go in this game. We're going to go all the way back. This is where it's going to get crazy. It's going to get pushy-shovey, like even more so than what it already is. Each team wants that chance to get a W today. So let's see what the next 1:43 brings for us. McGovern in at center with Douglas and Smith out there. Chisholm out there along with Johansson. Fleet with it. Fires through traffic. It's wide. Chisholm diving in to poke that puck out of the way. The net came off of the post. So 1:36 with a face-off coming to the stick side of Hood. Stingrays have got to win this face-off to avoid a sniper shot off of this face-off by the Fleet. And they do. They win it over to the corner, getting it over to Chisholm. Chisholm tried to hold on to, or try to get it cleared. But Fleet have it in the near side corner, passing it up to the blue line. Pass it to the top of the blue line. It's out to center ice, so they got to get everybody back on sides with 1:20 left to go in this game. McGovern now with it, trying to hold on to that puck. Johansson trying to settle it down, get everybody in position. Chisholm has it at the top of the ice. Chisholm dumping it in as Douglas redirects it into the near side corner. Fleet with a missed opportunity, centering that pass up. Chisholm stops it at the blue line, swinging it back around here to the corner to McGovern. Smith again not able to get that stick down as the Fleet take it away back into Stingray zone. Shot saved by Hood with 45 seconds left to go in here. I told you it was getting pushy again. Words were said, feelings were hurt. We got less than a minute left of hockey to play, guys. Let's just get it done. And in a good way, in a good get it done way. Like, use that energy for good. Ditsunen in on the face-off. Phillips. Noble. Wilkerson taps it up to Phillips. Phillips making his way into the zone. Shoots. It deflects off of the skate of the Fleet. Oh my gosh. miss pass at the blue line means that puck is going to deflect over to the side. Stingrays send it in deep. 20 seconds left to go in this game. Phillips with it. Looking to set it up to Wilkerson. Wilkerson shoots. Save. 13 seconds left to go in this game. And the faceoff is going to be coming to the stick side of the Fleet goaltender. Ditsunen taking the faceoff. Phillips on the right. Johansson to the left. Wilkerson. Noble, damn, not able to stop it as the puck comes all the way down deep. Ditsunen won that faceoff, but it kicked all the way down deep here. Fleet with an opportunity to make a shot. It gets pushed into the corner. Puck is loose. It's Phillips with it, and that is it. Final score, 1 apiece, as your Volusia County Stingrays tie it against the First Coast Fleet here in Jacksonville. Thanks for joining us here. Hope you'll join us again next weekend on Saturday as we are going to be taking on the Osceola team. We look forward to having you here on the KPHN. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the feed, including the outcome. And as always, let's go Stingrays.